The coaching, yeah. Discussion, and I think you're correct on that. I think you're correct on that because I went straight to like with the doors being open because I think the correct discussion is long gone with the doors being open, and I wasn't thinking about that. So if you want to rescind that letter and do just an email like you did right now, that email would be fine. So if I use that, and I can use that email and upload that email. That's still fine with that. It's okay. It's gonna disappear.
They changed the thing. I didn't know they changed the whole supernatural Super Bowl thing. I didn't need yours to that, so I would have to go in there and get Miami Dollar stuff. Yeah. Christian baby and Miami Dollar stuff. No, yes, till the 16th. That'll be the next one. I said, Lord, hope she had a good one today because I sure want to be in there trying to christen the baby with dogs on. So we'll do it. Character audience. Everybody, y'all attend church.
I will use your email and
That's how you guys come up from.
Oh, you said that, and then you can let that other one just disappear because your email.
Okay. Thank you so much. You're all right though. Okay. All right. Thank you, sweetheart.
Good. Yep. Okay, awesome. Big deal, like a write-up, something that was gonna truly affect it, you might be more concerned about it. Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. All right. No worries. I agree, and that's hard for you guys, because if you think, and I get it all the time, you think that you put emails out for reason to be involved with, they just don't. So, all right. No worries. Let me know if you need anything else from me, but other than that, you guys did great, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I hope you can help me.
What is it?
I said, I hope you can help me. I got to get my words right. Wait a minute. I have taken on this new, I guess I just want to do it. I want to learn how to cook biscuits.
Biscuit?
Biscuit, not one fine thing and popping another. I want to be able to, put my flour and what else I put in there and,
I know how to make, dumplings, but I don't know how to make biscuits.
Well, dumpling biscuit kind of, it's the same.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So what I can get them is the flour, a little oil. Some people a little oil, some people put in buttermilk, but they don't put an egg.
I know how you can start making biscuits. You go to Dixie, you get the Red Lobster biscuits, because you gotta put it all
Boy,
together.
now those are biscuits. Yeah, now those are biscuits. Boy,
They're so
you
good.
buy those.
You can buy them and make them. You gotta put it all together, mix it up. Just
When
like
this happen? Okay. I might cut a little corner there.
Mhm.
Okay. I gotta go by there tomorrow.
And they're so good.
Wow, they really, no, they really like I eat most of the biscuits anyway.
They're
Let me
so
put a
good.
note down right here. Yeah.
a 70-pound dog running back right there.
Oh,
You know, there it was on the ground.
I could see that.
that's why you want to come see me this week, I see.
I don't go anywhere, except to the doctors and you got
Right?
Yeah, look,
the
yeah, look,
orthopedic guy.
look, you got a little cricket, you'll get along.
And I got a little, yeah, but it's getting, boy, that's a lot better than it was.
Really, you got a brace on them.
Yeah,
When you fall hard, you feel,
my dog ran,
you who?
my dog
Your dog ran over you.
ran over me is what he did.
He's a big dog, man.
It's about 70 pounds.
Yeah.
And he caught me just right.
Boom, boom. Oh, boy. You look good. You look good. I feel a little sorry for you, man. You look a little pitiful there.
I know, well, I feel a look a lot better than I did, I can tell you.
Now, if he would have came in here with a ride-on wheelchair,
Yeah.
I might. He can't even walk. He's
Oh,
strong.
man, move it up.
He's strong.
Yeah, man.
Me, I'd be
Yeah, my
milking
truck
him.
don't come
Now fall.
I'd be milking him. I need a wheelchair.
You heard me. That's right.
How'd you get here? You get lost or
But
what?
no, I decided to come ahead. I had a mix up in my schedule. And I have what they call a supernatural Super Bowl on their Super Bowl. And a family came to get christened their child on the same day. So I said, man, if I can't christen your child with a dog uniform on.
Yeah.
So I got to change, so we changed it next Sunday. So I'm not worried about trying to change. That's it. Trying to repair the AC in the fellowship hall. So they were making some fun. All right. So Mr. Terminator, would you agree that we won't be here long?
Hey, I'm hoping.
Okay. That was a consensus there that we would. Should be here long.
All right, I'm here.
Yes, we are here.
No, I was, and I got to talk to
Just doing your lovely way.
Well, she's doing well, going here and going there, doing this and doing that. She had a wellness class or something that she had to do. And that dragging me along
Wow, this is productive. What did,
to the senior citizen that she was giving a wellness class, talking about their health and everything.
like a little bit of
Oh,
salt.
yeah.
So they can, you know, there's an
Yes.
Oh, or my-
Oh, yes, the gate is always open, the gate is open all the time.
Always.
And then those two gates in the back.
Okay, so you got a whole shut in, that gate's open all the time?
Those, yeah, because I got to,
That's
you
how
got to wait
parents
with
go
them.
in.
That's what parents do.
Yeah.
For this sounds like.
It's like this quick too. Use that as a, so no surgery, just have a flower
Well-
in 30 minutes.
I'll make your.
We didn't know our-
Sidewalk, yes.
But I think it's-
Well, that's sidewalk, we'll try to look at
Better has your leavening agent, then it's, you don't have to put.
I am good.
I don't
You should see me.
I don't want to go off that.
For some reason. Salt and butter, and I cut that into the flour with like a pastry knife.
Yeah, he's working on it.
So listen, I still-
No, they don't need that.
Meeting to order, if you would rise and do the invocation and the pledge. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and glory forever. Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you could please remain standing for a moment of silence for Phyllis Wilkinson and Carla Pravat. Miss Phyllis Wilkinson worked with the district for 6 years as a paraprofessional at Central Elementary School. She enjoyed being a para, and she showed so much care and compassion every day to the students. She passed away January 22nd, 2025. And also for Miss Carla Pravat, she started with the district in April 1986 and served the district 30 years and retired with the district. She was a paraprofessional also at Central Elementary School. Her students were her passion and always wore a smile on her face. She passed away January 29th, 2025. If we could just do a moment of silence. Thank you.
Superintendent. We'll move on. Looks like we have one presentation this evening.
We do have one presentation. We have Mr. Curtis Clay with our FSAT quarterly update.
3 minutes.
No. It'll all be up to you guys and your questions. So basically, by state statute, FSAT now, which is our school safety program that we use with the state, where we go and we confirm that the school is in compliance with all safety guidelines, requires the state to come around and do audits on our schools to make sure we're in compliance. And then they require us to do quarterly updates. They send us their quarterly updates, let us know how many of our schools were visited and if we received any infractions or any compliance issues. Well, at the first quarter, we had 3 schools visited and we were 100% 0 infractions. And for the second quarter, we've had 0 schools visited and we are 100% negative infractions. And I have to report that to you so that you understand that we are, at the moment in time, we have no infractions, or if we did have infractions, I would have to explain to you what those infractions were and what we did to correct them. And that's pretty much all I have to present to you, and if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Sounds like a good job.
Yeah. What's you paying me for, sir?
Mr. Clay, you know I have some questions for you.
I'll try,
No, so do we have a monitoring or a system in place that we're doing these like self-monitoring?
Okay, that's a whole, yes, so also this year, what the state put in place is that I am required to do spot inspections at every one of our schools at least once during the school year, unannounced, and I am to act like I'm a state inspector and locate and identify any infractions, and then we as a school are required to, or district are required to address those infractions with progressive discipline. And then on top of that, we have, obviously you guys know because you approved it, we have guardians at our schools. And every day, our guardians walk around and look for these same similar infractions, and then they would report any infractions to me, and we would communicate with the principals of that campus, and they would follow progressive discipline policies.
All right. That's it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good. Okay, we will move on to citizen comment. Madam Deputy Superintendent, do we have any citizen comments this evening?
Mr. Chairman, we sure do. Stella, am I saying that right? Dixon, Miss Dixon? Darla, I am so sorry. Miss Dixon, would you like to?
Ms. Dixon, we do ask that you limit it to 3 minutes, and our Madam Attorney will give you a 30-second warning when we get there to
So I have 3 minutes?
3 minutes to speak. Yes, ma'am.
Well, no way, I have like 10 concerns.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 concerns.
All righty.
So I don't know, I'm gonna discuss some of it,
Mhm.
and then maybe we can have a meeting, because it's like every time I address stuff to the principal, it's like she brushed me off, and I don't like it.
All right, so you've addressed it with the principal of the school, and have you addressed it with anybody else in the district besides us right at this
Basically, I
moment?
called LaBelle and addressed it with them, but like I say, it's being brushed under the rug.
Okay, I would ask you to contact the superintendent's office and set up a meeting with him and allow him to do his due diligence on all of your concerns. We'll hear as many as you can get through this evening. I don't want you to think that they're not important to us, but the superintendent will be the one that would be the next step in line, just so you know. Because he's the man that can go in the school and get things addressed.
The superintendent is who?
Mr. Swindle?
I can. I'm the deputy superintendent. We can meet, so whatever you don't get through, I will schedule a meeting with you.
Okay.
Okay?
Well,
And just so you know, ma'am, I'll start the time now, so that way.
Not now, yes.
Well, one of the issues was yesterday, my daughter called me to the school because I guess she messed up something on her pants. So the pants I grabbed to bring to the school for her, I didn't realize the zipper was broke. So I asked them, can they give her a pair of pants, but they said they didn't have her size. But I thought it was like social service, you're supposed to have one or something for every child. But basically, she was saying we don't have nothing to fit her size. And I just felt like that was out of, I don't know. Then a teacher called my child a jerk, and I reported that to the principal. But again, she don't want to hear nothing I say. When I went up there to try to talk to her, basically the officer escorted me off the campus. It's like every time I go there, it's that one officer. Just like the 29th, he went and took my daughter out of class because he said she was being disruptive, but I thought when something happens, they notify the parent. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just, I do have mental issues, I do. And if you need to see the paperwork, I can show it. But me reporting things is messing with my mental. If you understand what I'm saying. So, I don't even want to talk because all it's going to do is make me cry because I've been having a lot of issues. So I'm just going to give her my name and we'll just talk and I'll bring everything in paper.
Please do.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'm going to get emotional thinking about it.
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am.
Dixon, what school is this at?
Clewiston Middle School. Clewiston Middle School. And another issue, I've been with the school board for a long time myself. I got called at the middle school to work. The principal called me out of class. I walked into class at 10:05. She came and got me out at 10:22. And say she didn't need me, but y'all called me at 6 something that morning. I could have went and worked somewhere else. So it's not only that you're not taking my kids in consideration what I'm telling you. Now you're also stopping me from trying to take care of my kids. And that's not right. That's not right.
Okay, just let me know what day you said, and I'll meet you there.
Okay. So, my number should be on there and
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
just call you.
I can give you a call in the morning, if
Okay.
you don't mind.
Thank you.
You got it, no problem.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We will move on to the consent agenda. We have any board member that would like to pull anything from the consent agenda and move it to an action item? Hearing nothing. Madam Deputy Superintendent, do we have a recommendation on our consent agenda?
I recommend your favorable approval of the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Sammerdike and seconded by Ms. Busen. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to action items. Action item 5A is 2024-25 late hire out of field teachers. Deputy Superintendent, do we have a recommendation?
I recommend your favorable approval for the action item as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Sammerdike, seconded by Reverend Brown. Do we have any discussion?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am.
I do have questions. I know that we have out of field frequently. I mean, I don't think it's anything that's unusual in education at this point. How are we working with these teachers to get them in field and certified?
Much of the outfield you'll see is the ESOL. And so we have classes in district that Ms. Rosa Perez is presenting and doing 1 or 2 a semester, as well as there's online classes. So we are offering every opportunity we can online and over the summer. And
Statutorily, how long do they have to come into compliance?
technically 3 years, I believe, is what it is.
And are we doing anything to inspire a sense of urgency, particularly we have such a profound a number of ESOL students?
We are putting out the sense of urgency. Sometimes the teeth to back it or not.
What do you need to back it? What would be helpful to?
I don't know. I think that's a conversation we're all having. To try to figure out how and what, especially with HR, what we can do.
Madam Attorney,
Yes.
if board put policy in place, could we shorten the amount of time, or does state statute would trump board policy,
That's
correct?
what I'm trying to look at right now is the relevant statute, because I believe Dr. Stady is correct on the time frame. Sometimes you can shorten the time frame that's within the statute, it depends on the language of the statute. So I would need to review the specific statute in order to give you an accurate opinion on that, and that's something that I could do, disseminate that information to you.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
That's it? Okay. You have no more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. So we have no old business. We have any updates from the attorney?
I do, and I'm sure you all have heard this buzzing around because it's a hot topic, especially with what I do, and that's the new administration and all the effects that it's taking on immigration. I understand that, just through the grapevine, I've heard that there's been a number of students that have not gone to school because of this, so I wanted the board to be informed as to what this entails. So in the past, schools were historically deemed sanctuaries or safe places to where immigration agents could not come into them and make any kind of arrests or deportations. Now, schools are removed from that status, so they are no longer we are no longer able to harbor individuals underneath the school and say you cannot enter a premises. We do not have the legal authority to do that now. So the school district personnel have been advised on how to handle situations with agents if they have come to school with 2 certain types of warrants. They've been educated on how to handle those processes, and I just wanted to make the board aware of that we are following the guidelines and we are making sure that we are legally compliant, because if you are not compliant, then you risk losing funding and other things and benefits of the schools. So if you have any questions or want to have conversations about that, I'd be happy to do so with you. Just wanted to give you that overarching view of what's going on in case you are asked those questions by members of the community who are concerned.
Very good. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Okay. anything else for us? That's it. Good. Thank you. We will move on to board member business. Madam Deputy Superintendent, do you have any?
The only thing that I can sort of piggyback on that was our attendance was pretty low yesterday with the, I don't know if it was due to the protest or due to the other issues, but we had many students out yesterday. Attendance has bounced back a little bit today, or quite a bit, but we are still at a little bit of a difference in attendance with especially the population of students.
Does that count, these absences count towards truancy reporting?
It could, but it has to be an extended amount of time. So, and the other concern this week is that it is FTE week.
Oh.
Yes, so we're looking at some possibilities. But FTE week is technically 11 days, so, you know, we may very well be okay. And I can talk to you guys about that if you want to talk about that individually, but it is FTE week, so.
And it's the average of the 11 days? It's the average of the 11 days?
Not necessarily. There's a whole process, and I talked to Kevin Reynolds today to make sure that I was understanding it. So there's a process of 6 days before, at least they have to be in attendance, and then during FTE week, they have to be on a roster. So there's a process that we should be all right with. But it is FTE. And then the other thing that I just need to bring up, and I think that this is the right time, we need to have an executive session next board meeting. So I would like to start the executive session at 4:45 if possible for a personnel issue. I know we said 5 o'clock, but I think we're going to have to do some other things with that, so we're adding about 15 minutes. Okay, that's it for me.
All right, thank you very much. I do not have anything. Mr. Sammerdike, do you have any board member business?
Just a couple of quick things. I want to remind everybody, Swamp Cabbage is coming up in LaBelle at the end of this month. And it's like a lot of good showing from our schools, from our trainings and so forth in the parade. I know the band will be there, the school board will be there, and have some other people representing our district there at the board. And always like as much publicity as we can get here in the county about our schools. The other thing that I just want to mention at this time is I've been working with our superintendent on teacher housing. It's a much more complex issue than we ever imagined. We've been talking to the LaBelle Utilities. They have some property of ours that they would like to purchase. At the same time, there's some property there we're looking at possibly doing some housing in. I have talked to some builders about it. I'm hoping pretty soon to at least have an idea or have a presentation here where you could hear some of the ideas. We wouldn't be asking for a motion at that time, but I'd like the school board to stay informed on what's going on there and the activities and how complex that actually is and how the funding would work and so forth. But that's it for me. Thank you.
Reverend Brown.
I would love to, but I don't have anything, so. I would love to, but I don't have anything.
All right, very good. Well, with, oh no.
So Mr. Vasquez got jokes, but the joke's on him because I am ready to make a presentation tonight. I'm just kidding. No, I wanted to say that how pleased I was to find out that our district applied for being a provider for Step Up for Students, which would enable our district to provide tutoring and different classes, tutoring to anybody, any kid, like New World's tutoring, that's a source of income for stuff that we're already providing. Kids would be able to recoup some of those costs through this these voucher programs or these their education scholarships that typically get very vilified. And when there's a lot of people who are either for them or against them. So I'm really glad that we are one of the 10 districts in the state who have gotten in line and to participate and help like move this a la carte learning. And it'll be a opportunity for our district also to kind of help the homeschool community, which has exploded. And I'm not bragging, but I'm very proud that my son was the first kid in Florida to do this model. And so I think that's awesome that we are, getting on board and we're going to help provide that and help meet these academic needs of kids within this community. Because I just believe it doesn't have to be either or. Like we should just all be trying to pitch in to meet the academic needs of kids, and that's going to be awesome that we can get, recoup some of that and from those education savings accounts. So super pleased to find that out, and I love like being a leader in areas like that in Florida, because Florida leads the nation in education. So we're like hyper leaders on that. So super excited. And the second thing is I wanted to make you guys aware that I came across an issue here within the city limits of Clewiston, and I'm going to be spearheading a change of ordinances with our city commission. And I found out that, in the state of Florida, sex offenders can't live within 1,000 feet of a school or a daycare or a park or a place where kids are known to congregate. Well, bus stops, like areas where kids gather. And the county, you have the opportunity, counties and municipalities have the opportunity to increase that to 2,500 feet. In a particular situation within Clewiston, I got asked about it, and I went and started researching the laws, and Mr. Clay helped me out with a bunch of information. But Clewiston, on the books right now, is at 1,000 feet, and I'm going to be petitioning the city commission to change that to 2,500 to try to keep our kids as safe as possible and give them the biggest buffer possible. And so I just wanted you guys to know that I'm going to be out there beating the drum to get that done and to enact that buffer around kids.
Have you done your research to see how many people would live that would affect?
I have.
Have you?
Yes.
Can you share the number with us that it would affect?
Well, they're looking at around, like, there's 5 that you see, like, within the city limits that would be problematic. We're going to have to put it before, and this is a city issue. That'll be the city attorney determining whether this would be like a retroactive, or if this is like from this point, if the ordinance gets passed, they can't do it after the ordinance is passed. But I don't care if there is 1, I don't care if there's 50. Stay away from this kid, that's not appropriate.
Oh, I don't have a problem at all trying to keep sex offenders away from children. I was just curious if you had a number on how many it would affect, and are they lifetime residents in the area?
Well, there is one that is shocking. Like and we can talk about this, like where it's at offline, but it's so shockingly close to our elementary schools that, just right there. Right. And,
right at the mark.
And so, I just think that's prudent and pertinent to get it on the books. I've talked to all the commissioners, and there's no pushback on it. I think everybody in leadership in the county and the city want to see this protection for kids. And so, that's going to be on them. All I'm asking them to do is, not even as a school board member, as a mom, as advocate for kids, is let's make sure that we're at least in line with what the county and the city of LaBelle are doing. So that's what I got for tonight, and that's it.
Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Well, we will call this meeting